about creating collections. There are basically two different ways. One is that we just create a new collection from a bunch of things, some elements, or we have an existing collections and we just want to have a different representation, a different type of collection of the existing collection. So let's create vectors. And if you have the first one, you have a bunch of things like, it's just boring, just numbers. The function vector can turn this into a actual vector. So what happens if you have an existing collection? Well, let's say it's already a vector, and it's like vector will take it as a single element and puts into a vector. Okay, so you might know that, oh, maybe what you need here is apply vector. Okay, but there is a better way to do, because there is a function for that, and that's vec. Okay, well, let's have another type of collection. It's just sequence here. Right, so vector would give you this, but vec transforms the existing collection. So that's often challenging to remember which one is which. The shorter one transforms an existing collection. So what do you get if we start from a hash map? Okay, well, we get the vector of the elements, but one has to be careful, because for the hash map, one element is actually a key value pair, which is stored as a vector. Okay, so that's the vector and vec pairs. You can also create a hash map just by giving the key value pairs in order. So of course you have to give a even number of items here. Well, okay, it seems that in JavaScript you can actually, well, in the closure script, this is okay. It's not a big error. Might be the same in closure as well. That's something I need to check. So what you see is that, well, this one is just forgotten. However, if you just want to do a literal, okay, well, yeah, this is an error, because there is just no such hash map. Okay, so when you have an existing collection, what do you use for that? Well, as the logic would be, it's just simple map, right? But map is used for something completely different. It's for functional collection processing. So, well, if you want to turn a collection into a hash map, well, the best thing is to use into. Okay, so that's one way to do that. Of course, you can't just turn any collection into that. Let's say. So yeah, this is the first value cannot be used as a sequence. It's looking for the key value pairs. So this doesn't work like that. Okay. Well, there is another one. We can create sets, and if you just have a bunch of things, again, let's just have numbers. That's a hash set. Okay, this is how you can create it. And this one is clever enough that, okay, so the mathematical behavior is of a set. It's like you don't have the same element stored several times. It's just a single element one. So if you try to write a literal, well, yeah, that's a problem, because that's not a valid data literal for hash sets. But there is another one. If you just simply say set, okay, so you can turn an existing collection into a set just by using set. So that's quite nice. And of course we remember that, well, that's the most basic. You can create a list, and if you want to turn, so for example, if you have a vector, this is not probably what you wanted. Let's just put that vector as a single element into a list, but you wanted to turn that into a list. Well, you can call seq, which is just producing a sequence from anything. Okay, well, that's another topic, the sequence abstraction, but this is how you can do that for an arbitrary collection, to turn it into a list, which is the archetype of a sequence. Okay, so in this video we looked at how to create collections, and there are basically two ways: when you just have things you want to put into a collection, or you transform an existing collection to a different type. Okay, and these were vector versus vec, hash map and using into, hash set versus set, and list and seq.